on the various steps to install Visual Studio Code and also all the required extensions that we need in order to create our web applications. Now, whether you have joined for a front end course or for a back end Python development or React JS, you might need a code editor, right? So Visual Studio Code is one of the best code editor that we can use to create these applications, right? So let's go ahead and install Visual Studio Code in our computer. So for that, just go to browser and look for Visual Studio Code, and you would see a link like this, code.visualstudio.com. Just open that link, and you would see, based on your operating system, you would see an icon here. So mine is a Windows computer, so it is showing a download for Windows. Okay, so I click on this, uh, and the download starts. Let me go to my download folder, and I should see excuse me, I should see this particular. Yeah, so here it is. So Visual Studio Code user setup. So I got this file downloaded into my computer. So now what we need to do is just double click on this, and it might ask few questions which we'll have to just answer. So there's an agreement over here. I just click I accept, next, and then it is showing a path where this will be installed. Okay, so by default I'm getting a path here: app, data, local programs, and all that. uh, we don't have to change this. Just click on next, and it will create a folder called Visual Studio Code where this particular software will be installed. All right, so in order to change anything over here, just click on next and install. It will take a few seconds, and once this particular code editor is installed, you would see that in your launch. Okay, it's asking to launch. So if I give finish, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so congratulations. So we have successfully installed Visual Studio Code, and this is how it looks. All right, there's a welcome page over here, and you can change all this look if you want. The dark theme or white theme. You can select those themes. All right, and which you can do later also. So like this, you would see the home page or the front page. So once we have installed Visual Studio Code, there are few extensions that we might need to code, easily, and these extensions make our work, easier basically. So one of the extensions that we need to install is called prettier. So this will format the code. So whatever we are writing, it will format and in a nice way with tabs and all that thing. So just select prettier. You would see something like here, prettier code formatter, prettier.io. So this is what it is. Okay, you might see something else, but those things we don't need. There's the first one, which has this icon and this description. Okay, just click on install. It will take few seconds. All right, so prettier extension has been installed. Next, we will need something called live server. Live server will need to open our HTML page into browser, and it will act like a local server. Okay, live server. So that is this one, live server Ritwik Dev. So this one you can click, and yeah, so the first one, live server by Ritwik Dev, right? Just click on this install here again. This extension also will be installed. And this live server and prettier are basically for front end development, like if you're coding using HTML, CSS, or React JS, this would be handy for us. Okay, it has been installed. Next one we would need, in case you are coding in React JS, or if you're going to learn React JS, it is better that you install ES7. So we have ES7. Yeah, so ES7 React Redux React Native snippets, right? So this is the one which you can install. Yeah, so these we don't need. There's a few more options here, so I'm just making sure that we are selecting the right one. So yeah, so this is the one final. Okay, so ES7 React Redux React Native snippets from this DSZ Nesder. So this person, so you can just make sure that you are choosing the right one, and once you select that on the left, then click install over here. Okay, so that is also installed. So all these three extension we have installed, that is Live Server, Prettier, ES7. And in case you are going to code in Python, you need Python also. So just select Python, and the first one that you would see, Python from Microsoft. So this is what you would need. Just select Python and then click install. Right, so these are the basic extensions that we might need, and I'll just show you in a second, like once we code it, what is the difference. All right, so that got installed. Now, in Visual Studio Code, if you are very new to this and if you have joined to learn HTML, what we need to do is just go to View Explorer. You would see here Explorer, which is there's no file or anything in this particular place. So we can always go ahead and create a folder. Let's say I add a folder, right? So add a folder, and let's say I have a folder here called my web app, right? You can also go ahead and create a folder, or you can choose an existing folder. So I have chosen an existing folder called my web app and click add. So you see a folder over here, my web app, right? All right, so now this is the folder, okay, which is blank at this time. And if you want to create a new HTML file, just click on this plus new file, and then give a file name. Let's say I give index.html, and I get no a screen right. The file has been created, and if you type HTML, okay, and then if you select HTML5, click on this, and then you would see a template here automatically coming in, right? Okay, so this is the basic template of an HTML file, which is a blank, and in the body tag, let's see if I give an H1 hello world, and if I want to view this file in a browser, as an output, here down you see something called go live, right? So this go live option is coming because we have installed live server. Okay, so once you click on this go live, you would see this page in a browser, right? Okay, so you see hello world coming over here in a browser. So this is how what happens when we click on live server. That means whatever we are coding here, we can see that in a browser. That's what this live server means. Okay. Now let me add another tag here called you know paragraph tag. So this is a just increase this size of it. So this is a paragraph. Okay. Now I do like this, and then here again I'm giving, let's say, another paragraph. This is paragraph 2. Okay, so now you see these alignment of these tags are not on the same indent, right? Although these three tags are of same indent, that means H1 tag is there, and then this paragraph tag is in the same indent of H1. That means it is of same level, but we have unnecessarily given a tab and then it is coming over here. So if you're coding and by mistake if all this alignment changes, like for example if this one, if I give here one space, then I give here something else, let's say H2, okay, H2 tag, and I give here my app. So now all the alignment of all these tags are not, accurate. They are not like well organized. They're all in different places. Okay. Now for this, if you just press, hang on a second. Okay, let me say there's a code, prettier code formatted. So we have selected prettier, right? So see here down, there's something called prettier. This prettier is coming because we have installed prettier extension. Okay, so that is advantage of prettier extension, that if any of these tags, unnecessarily goes here and there, and if it makes it difficult for you to read, what you can do is you can just press Control Shift and F, okay, and this will be properly aligned. Okay, so what is that? The key is Control, okay, Shift plus F. If you press this shortcut key, your code will be properly aligned. That is the advantage of prettier extension that we installed. All right, so that's pretty much about installation of Visual Studio on this extension, and the benefit of prettier and live server that will be handy for you if you have just started HTML coding. And if you're a Python student, you can straight away go and create a Python file, and Python file also will work because we have installed the Python extension. Okay, if Python extension is not there, then your Python program will not run. Similarly, we have installed ES7 for React.js. So React.js student will get the benefit of that extension. So whatever coding you're doing in React.js, you can perform here, you can write the code, and then it will automatically show you the, the attribute list and all that. Okay, that's the advantage of having that extension. So, all right, that's all in this session. In case you have any question, please ping me or no, reach out to me in the next class. Thank you.